Hey, Miss Bikini, I made it. We're gonna bring in some new time zone. Hey, Lucky. Oh, you saved your mini Doritos. Them are good too. Are they the ones in the canister? Everybody else probably went to sleep on us. I tried to tell Emily I was going live, but she's in there. She done went to bed. It's probably weird, but I think it's cool to stay up till the time changes. Hey, Actions. Yeah, I was live earlier, and then I said I figured out how long it was going to take to get to the time change. So I'm like, I'm going to take me a break so I don't poop out on them. So you want it to be on the time zone we're about to change to, Tanya? Hey, Fiona, you made it back. Dang, y'all all made it back late. Mini Doritos. Hey, user. Okay, Shyness, I'm sorry. I don't recognize y'all's name when it looks like that. You can post your question. Thank you very much. So, and it's daytime for Lucky right now. It's like, I think it's like 1:40 p.m. after lunch. Miss Bikini saved her junk food for the live. I even wore my Golden Girls shirt for the time changed. Yep, 1:40 p.m. That's what I thought. Okay, what do I see coming in for your career? Yeah, we was talking about it earlier, Fiona. So I figured I would put my Golden Girl shirt on for the time change. Yes, you do, Fiona. Emily cut the neck out of it, but it'll be okay. Yes, they do, Dan. Do you mean for your career, like, are you asking about like a new job opportunity or where you are or just anything I see that comes out? Shyness? Okay, anything. I got you. All right, let me make sure my Bluetooth is off. Sorry, I had to put my Bluetooth off to make sure it doesn't hook up to my earbuds. I need to find the Golden Girls tarot deck. That's what I need to do. Happy late Halloween. All right, let's do Shyness's question. Let's see. Anything coming in for her career? It may not matter, but I just want to say that November, I just read online earlier because I couldn't get my Cash App to pop up. So I was like, is it Mercury retrograde? But it's coming up in like a week. So anybody that's wondering, or if it affects anybody normally, it's about to be here in a week. And it's going to be for like 3 weeks, I think. looking like they hating, bitch. Yep, see, Dan's got the dates. Thank you, Dan. I can't stand little creeps. I was thinking before I came on here, I was like, you know what? I might be coming on here too late. There might be creeps. But the time zones are different all over the world, so it really doesn't matter. Dan got his zapper on. I don't know if I want to use this deck after I done sat here and shuffled it this many times. We'll use a different deck if I don't like what comes out. How about that? Alright. Six of Wands reversed. And I'm gonna ask for some advice too with another deck. That's what I'm gonna do, Shyness. No matter what comes out, I'm gonna ask for some advice on how to get whatever it is you're wanting out of this, you know? All right, so wherever you currently are, and we're going to ask for advice, but this is just what is showing me for your career. Wherever or whatever you're currently doing is not completely done yet. Six of Swords reversed, Death reversed. Whether that means that, you know, it's the only open door right now, or it means that you have a contract from the other side with a person there, or there's something else you want to learn there. There's skills you need to get before moving on or moving up. But it's like there's not a completion yet where you are. You're still currently there, even if there's things you might not like about it. You have a lot of potential to grow there still, even if it's not fun and all gravy, because the Empress is here. So you have like the potential to grow and evolve here, even if it's just by learning to deal with certain people, learning to balance multiple hats. At times you could feel like you're a little bit overworked in this place that you're at or where you're trying to get to. It's like you could feel like you have to go in multiple directions at once, but the thing is you're actually good at it. So if you feel like ever you're overwhelmed at work, or you're not providing quality work because you're overworked, the funny thing is, even though you're overworked, and that will get old quick, I feel like you're actually good at doing whatever this is. Eventually, you're going to release this and move forward at some point because you're going to outgrow this. You could already be feeling the push to do that, knock on new doors. Because again, you're the Empress, so you're going to grow and evolve out of this. You're meant to kind of like grow through whatever you're currently at. I just don't feel like it's completely done yet. I feel like you still got some time left at this certain place. There may be a person there that you feel like wastes time a lot, and then that puts more responsibility on your head. But the only good thing about that is you're going to come out of the other side with that skill or with that ability to handle multiple things at once. Even if it's not fun at the moment that you're going through it, and even if your energy is technically being taken advantage of, Spirit's actually using this for your good to like mold you and help you grow into sort of like an Empress. So someone who levels up and goes to another level, another place to work, another business you start, or something that is abundant in some way. But eventually this is going to come to a head where you are, and another door will open. The Tower card is showing up saying that this will end eventually. The Nine of Cups reversed, I feel like it's going to get so uncomfortable at this place that you're going to start to take action to try and go somewhere else. But just know that it may not happen as quickly as you want it. So if you're having any problems at work, or if you feel like you get work thrown off on you, or your energy's taken advantage of in some way, it's not quite done, but don't give up. You're kind of like being molded into a new version of you career-wise that'll be ready for a level up in some way. But it's not fun when you're becoming that version, especially if you're dealing with someone who kind of makes it where if they would do as much work as you, it would be a simpler day, right? But it's like, this is the kind of person that would say that's not my job if they can at any time, and make it where you're having to do multiple things at once. And it could drain you at times. Like when you get home, you're done for the day. So no matter where you are, if you're ready for something new, or you have the desire for something new, I would say go ahead and start knocking on doors, but don't try to clamp down on it too hard mentally. Knock on a door and see if it opens. And just keep doing that in the background until you get a better thing. But while you're here, just remember, it'll make it easier to bear if you just remember, spiritually, you're learning and growing and turning into an empress in some way. So that's why you're being kind of like, some days feeling like you're being put through the ringer. With another person around you, or with this environment, or the responsibilities you have, something like that. But again, it's going to come to a head and you're going to move on. There's the Eight of Cups. I was just looking under the bottom. The Eight of Cups and the Tower. And it's from the dissatisfaction that comes from being at this place. It's just not quite done yet. I'm going to ask for advice. Four of Pentacles reversed. You're going to release this thing wherever you currently are, whatever you're currently doing. This is a temporary stepping stone on your path, whatever you're currently in. And you can just feel like sometimes, I know I'm meant for more. It's because you are. The Empress. Queen of Wands is your advice. Let's see what else. Page of Cups reversed. Nine of Cups reversed again. So you definitely could have somebody in your reality that's not fun. It's just not time yet. Even the Hangman is here. So your advice as a Queen of Wands, what does she do? She takes action, and she, even if she doesn't believe it, this is my opinion, even if she doesn't believe she's, you know, capable of doing the thing or doing the level up or whatever, she tells herself she is anyway. She affirms it mentally. And then she takes the action that someone would if they believed in themselves, until she believes in herself. Eventually, she will be on the path, and she'll do it long enough that she'll believe in herself. So that's your advice as a Queen of Wands. Wherever you currently are, don't allow these people to push your buttons. Don't allow, if you're getting your energy taken advantage of, but you've got to pay the bills, don't allow them to push you away before it's time for you to do so. Stay where you are if you have to, if you need to pay your bills, but start taking action towards new things to see if you can get a door to open. I just don't want you to leave something prematurely without other things open to you and make it a little bit bumpier road than it has to be. But yeah, that's your advice as the Queen of Wands, is to start taking action. There may be a time lag between when you get an opening for what you want, but it will come in. There's the Knight of Cups. Page of Wands. This is communication. So you may have to put in 50 resumes before you get that one that you want. There's the time lag, I mean. But you will get something else. This is temporary where you are. Try to remember that if you start to deal with somebody who tries to, because people like to use their ego at work. Not everywhere, but a lot of places. Women and men like to do that. If they think they have seniority or they think they can get away with putting work off on you, they like to do that. So don't allow that. And what I mean by don't allow it, you may have to put up with some bullshit temporarily, but don't allow it to affect your mental state if you can possibly do so. Start to affirm that this is just a stepping stone. I'm the Queen of Wands. I can go after what I want. Affirm those things in spite of whoever is out here doing what they do. Because I feel like there's someone that might be pushing stuff off on you more than what you're really paid for. Because you're having to be a Two of Pentacles person. That's keeping multiple things going at once. All right, Shyness, you got to let me know if it made sense. You're welcome. I'm going to give you some oracle cards. All right. All right, this one says, you are the beat of your own drum. That means you yourself, you have specific abilities and talents and potential that you can tap into to become the successful version of you, right? Nobody else can be you or do whatever it is you want to do. So if you have a dream, a vision, or a goal, and there's 5,000 people that you can think of that already do it, well, they don't have your energetic signature. They're not you. So whatever it is that you want to do, you take steps and do it anyway. Love is the greatest healing therapy. That can even be loving your own self. Being around people you love when you can't. Family or kids or friends or anyone. Love comes in so many forms. All right. And then you deserve the cherry on top. So again, be the Queen of Wands. You do deserve a step up. You do deserve a level up. You don't deserve to have to be ran over at your job and do everything for somebody else. But I feel like you're meant to do more than just wherever you are. As an Empress, you're meant to do more. And I feel like it'll naturally unfold over a period of time as long as you just keep going and don't get discouraged. And the bottom says, nurture yourself. It's essential to your well-being, especially if you have a stressful work environment. Take time to rest and don't beat yourself up if you take a whole day and don't do much of nothing because you need a break, right? Don't mentally beat yourself up. We are our own worst critic most of the time. There's Goodman. We are 4 minutes away from gaining an hour back on our weekend. I came on here just for the time change and for Miss Bikini to get to open her Doritos. That's right. Goodman's the YouTube DJ. The YouTube music mixer. Fiona, my birthday, I'm not even sure what day it's on, honestly. I know it's the 12th. What's today, the 2nd or the 1st? So next Sunday will be the 9th. So it'll be a Wednesday. It'll be the Wednesday after that. I will be 40. You don't have, I see where you said it's raining here, Tanya. You don't even have I hope you have an umbrella at least. You love standard time, huh? 3 more minutes. It feels like it's New Year's or something. Like we in here for New Year's. Now we at 2 minutes. The only thing I don't like about this time is that when we're on the other time, it's like the days are longer in the summer anyway. But then the hours coming up, like the days leading up to this time change, it starts to get dark earlier. And then when it changes, it's dark like 6 p.m. And it feels like when we get home from work, it's totally dark. I guess that's when you just get more sleep. I don't know. I wish they would pick one and leave it though. Really. She said good. I see where that could be good. It just takes me a while to get adjusted once the time changes either way, forward or backwards. And you would think that 1 hour wouldn't matter. That is true. So easy to put toddlers to bed on standard time, or me to bed. I'd be like ready to go to sleep and it'd be 7. I look at my clock, it'd be like 7:12. And I'm ready for the blankie. Exactly, Dan. Bears out in the bushes and you can't even see them. Okay, it says 1:59. You can see I don't have much entertainment in my life. I'm staying up to watch. And now it changed to 1. Hey, sweet dreaming. Now it changed to 1. We gained our hour. And they say time is real. Time is not real. That means it's 5 p.m. where you are. So that's so confusing. No one's time changes at the same time. I know y'all were saying that earlier. So it changes everywhere different times. That is nuts. So I wonder if Mark's time changed. Because he's normally, let me think, like right now, before it changed, right now is 2 a.m. So where he is 3 a.m. Goodman, what time is it there? Goodman gonna be on the other side of the world. Sweet Dreamin' says that it is Halloween there? So it's Halloween on November? So their time never changes in Arizona. Is that the only state that does that? We got to see what time is it in Bermuda. I'm just curious. It was Beltane here. 6 a.m. Holy macaroni on a Sunday. If it was 6 a.m. on a Sunday here, I'm going to tell y'all where I would be. Snoring in my bed. I don't know why, Goodman. This is going to make me sound crazy because I definitely only know you through like YouTube chats. But I have a feeling you don't get a lot of hours of sleep. Like, I don't know why. Like, I have no physical evidence of this, but I just feel like you're someone that runs on just a few hours of sleep a day. Lucky too. I swear Lucky like don't get much sleep. Because if I come on in the morning, look, he's on there. If I come on in the evening, look, I swear. Tanya thinks he's a vampire. Yep, see? Confirmation. Goodman coming in from the bar at 6 a.m. See, I told you. I didn't think he gets no sleep. I figure like 4 or 5 hours is his pretty norm. And I be sleeping too much. I go in phases where I'll do pretty good and I'll be on a schedule, and then once I lose that schedule, it's over. I'll be sleeping at 2 in the afternoon, and I went to bed at midnight. It's terrible. Me too, Fiona. When is your birthday, Goodman? You're a Scorpio. Oh, he already had a birthday. Well, happy late birthday, Goodman. Back in the day, the club didn't start hopping until way late at night, and a lot of times the talent wouldn't come in until midnight. You was hopping in the club, Miss Bikini? You got this, sweet dreaming. I wish I was a morning person. And you know what? All I got to do to become one is to change my brain and make myself get up every day until it becomes comfortable. But that just sounds like hell to me. Oh, he's got some birthday mixes, y'all. You can post your link in the chat, Goodman, for your channel. Me neither, Fiona. The closest thing to clubbing I ever did was we used to have this teen club. It was called Gravity. It's not open anymore. But you had to be under a certain age to get into it. There was like no drinking or anything, but it had everything else. So it was like a club. It had a dance floor and all that good stuff. But you didn't miss nothing. It'll be okay. You just missed a few nights of hugging toilets while you was puking your guts out. And I did bartend for a country club before. That would be my other clubbing experience. It was just people would come and sing, and they would have like a little door fee, and they'd come in there and drink. Miss Bikini was a cocktail waitress. Miss Bikini, I swear we have similar lives and similar taste buds. I wasn't a cocktail waitress, but I was a bartender and a regular waitress before at a seafood restaurant all through college. When Gage was born, I've still waited tables there. From the time I was 15 until I got my degree, I did waitressing. You gonna write us a book, Miss Bikini? I swear I want to write a book because I keep so many journals. Like I just feel like I should write a book, but then I don't know where to start with it. My brain just don't like it. It gets ADD brain. I'm with Fiona. What made your nails black the next day? Did you hit it with a hammer or something? Do a podcast? I might could do that. He said he still don't know to this day why his damn fingers was black. I do know one thing that I disagree with people about. they'll say like when they got drunk, and I know alcohol can affect people differently, right? But they'll say like when they got drunk they couldn't remember something. I do agree that you can say and do things you don't quite remember is fuzzy, but I don't think I get drunk enough to do some things that people say they get drunk enough to do, unless I was willing to do it sober already. I always wanted to drink, and I drunk it straight. Gold label Jose Cuervo tequila. That was like the thing that people would buy for me, was a shot of that, and I would drink it straight. Buy me a whole fifth of it and drink it out the bottle. I do not want to go back to them days. Yep, that's true, Miss Bikini. If that happened, then you definitely ain't gonna know what's going on. Even if it was nothing more than a podcast, just to vent sweet dreams, I feel like it would help you transmute negative energy, because you could look at it like this. I'm going to do this podcast about lessons I've learned or whatever I've been through, right? And if it's stuff that you have regret about, or you have a grudge towards someone, if you do that podcast and it helps one person, right? And then you hold on to that feeling that you're grateful it helped that person, all of those experiences now have a positive meaning because you've used them as fuel for the podcast. So you see, even if all it does is that's a powerful thing for it to do. Like this channel, I feel like is that for me. Because all these people that come in here asking about relationships and stuff, I should have like a poster with my face on it for Failed Relationships 101, you know? So that's why I look at this as something that I can use to help somebody else. And then I can look at whatever I've been through in a positive way. Or it can help me start to get there, you know? It don't happen overnight, but definitely. Yeah, and don't accidentally drink the can with the cigarettes in it. Happened to me. Don't ever pick it up on accident instead of the one you're supposed to be drinking. Oh! I know I'm not the only one that's happened to. That's true, Miss Bikini. You will look like your decisions. And you know what's the hard thing for me? Is accountability for my decisions. Like if I'm in a certain situation with something, I'll be thinking like negative about it. But then if I really think about it from the perspective that it's all a product of the decisions I've made, that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. And I know everything is not a direct result of the decisions you've made. There's also other people that play into things. But an overwhelming majority of decisions you make are a result of where you are, period. You know? Sure is. That's so true. It's better just to own it. And honestly, it makes it better when you own it, because whatever the obstacle or challenge is, will usually, not always, but usually it'll either dissolve, work itself out, or become like smaller in your perspective. It won't seem so big. It won't seem like a giant to you anymore, because you're owning it and you are who you are. Yes, the next day after them bad hangovers, you are so sure that you're never doing that again. And then I'll be damned if you don't do it again. I never forgot that my mama would tell me about my grandpa. He was an alcoholic. He died at 47. But he would say, like when he went on what he would call a bender, so that very next day he's coming down off his bender. That means multiple days of being drunk, I'm sure. He would say, you got to get a little hair off the dog that bit you. And I asked my mama one day, I'm like, what does that mean? Because that's what she told me to do. She's like, if you want to feel better, you got to get a little hair off the dog that bit you. I'm like, what are you talking about? That don't even make sense. She meant take a shot or a half a shot of whatever it was that you were drinking the night before, and it would make you feel a little better, but just don't make the mistake to start drinking again. And I've done both. Just took the shot to feel better and started drinking again. I've done both in my time. But it's like God took the desire to drink away from me. I don't have any desire to drink anything. Yeah, Bloody Mary. That's supposed to make you feel better. It has like, they put like a celery stick in it and some tomato juice or something. It's not good. Thinking about it is like, ugh. And there's nothing wrong with having a drink, Miss Bikini. I don't think nothing's wrong with it. I just don't ever have like a want for it. It's like I went from one extreme to the other. My life is filled with extremes. I overdo everything, no matter what it is. That's for the true drunks. Because some people drink wine like to get relaxed and go to sleep. I just ain't never been much of a wine drinker. I take me a melatonin gummy sometimes. Like if I don't have to be up early the next day, but I've learned not to overdo melatonin because the next day I'll be like really tired if I take it too late and don't get enough sleep. Yeah, me neither. But there was a point in my time I would drink it straight. You didn't miss nothing but a few bad decisions, Fiona, if you never did that. Gage, how many minutes does the oven say?
It's over.
Okay, I just thought I smelled them. Like it might be done. Yep, that's what I do, sweet dreaming. I take a half a melatonin gummy. You're praying you're not pregnant, Miss Bikini? You remember the days of praying you wasn't pregnant? Oh my, Miss Bikini. You was my age? Like I'm finna be 40 and you was dating a 25-year-old. I can actually still have babies, physically, because I never got my tubes tied. But I can't physically have babies because I'm straight up celibate as a nun. You're good, Fiona. You're not sharing too much. We don't care. You know, in your 20s is when you are wild and you live life. My 20s were spent having depression. That was like my dark period. That's okay. Sometimes it bees that way. He was beautiful and dreamy, and then he went to jail. That was the end of that. Did he try to still call you from in there, Miss Bikini? I'm good. I got, like, my babies is too big. I don't want to be blessed with that kind of pregnancy. Maybe the baby of a birth of a new business. That's about all I would want. It did happen in the Bible, and they would be old as hell. Oh, that's good then. Maybe it opened his eyes when he went to jail. Sometimes people do that. They'll get in trouble and something like that'll happen, and then they'll change their behavior. It'll trigger like a realization or awakening, kind of. So it might have been a blessing he went in there. That makes me think about is Sarah, I think, was her name, and then she had Isaac in the Bible. And Abraham was the dad. And he had been having like babies with all these other women because Sarah couldn't have a baby. And then in the end, Sarah ended up having a baby, and she was old as hell. I would literally pass out on this floor in front of y'all if that happened to me. My son is 19 and my daughter is 14. I guess I would do it if I had to, but I sure wouldn't want to. I would not be able to get out of the bed for a week because I'd be in such shock. You probably did. I would be losing my mind. Can y'all imagine like starting over after your kids are grown? You know it has to happen to people though. Because just like me, I never got my tubes tied. I don't want no more kids, but I never got them tied. Oh my Lord, sweet Jesus, that would be scary. Yeah, honestly, I think if you live on this planet Earth and you like make it to adulthood, there's gonna be something that gonna trigger some depression from time to time. Some people have it worse than others, but if you say it's not, either you just a lucky one or you just ain't truly admitting the truth about it, because being on this planet is intense. And life never stops. Me too. I'm just starting to look after and raise my own self too. That's why I try not to be too rough on people that you don't know that well, because you never know what they're going through, you know? Some people put on a good front, but they might be going through something up here that you can't see physically. Hey, Sully girl. They ain't no list, and you can also have a free yes or no if you want it. We here for the time change, which, come to find out, everybody don't have a time change right now, but my time changed. I thought it was like New Year's. Everyone had a time change at the same time. Yeah, Dan, and you know who that makes me think of? That actor. The Mrs. Doubtfire guy. Robin Williams. That's who I think of when I hear stuff like that. Because he was always joking and laughing and smiling, and then look what happened to him. That's no good. And think he had a pretty good life. Like he had to be well off and get like what he wanted. That's proof right there. Just because you make it in one way, if you ain't happy internally, none of it matters. Being happy on an internal level is a job, and it's like something you have to work on. And I feel like it's the most important thing. And all the rest of the stuff just kind of works itself out once you get that down. Okay, thank you, Sully. You can post your question, baby. Yes, and sometimes, you say we choose to be content. Sometimes you have to keep choosing it and keep choosing it, even whenever you still ain't feeling it yet. And affirming it and changing your thoughts, and just keep telling yourself that despite whatever you see out here or whatever you feel in here. And you got to keep choosing it and trying to find things that bring you joy in some way. I just feel like it's a job. You have to just do it. And sometimes you just might say screw it and have a day where you just ain't feeling it. Then you got to start over and try again the next day. I agree, Fiona. And I swear, like, that all the women in my family have always had it, even the ones that have already passed on. They always had like anxiety and depression and stuff, and I feel like that stuff just rubs off. Hey Jen, how are you, baby? All right, Sully, let's see what you said. How does Ian think and feel about me? All right. How does Ian think and feel about Sully? We just in here celebrating the time change, Jen. I was telling them I thought everybody had the time change at the same time. Little did I know I learned something new. It ain't like New Year's where everybody celebrates it. We celebrate gaining an hour. I haven't been on this late in a long time. How does Ian think and feel about Sully? See, that's the kind of stuff you gotta do, dreaming. Stuff that that brings you joy, something you're curious about, just because. How does Ian think and feel about Sully? I believe that's how you accidentally manifest like a new business idea, or you accidentally manifest being good at something that you enjoy and you could monetize it in some way, or you just accidentally manifest something you have talent in and you do it just because it brings you joy, just by doing things that you're curious about. So this person sees you as like a Queen of Cups. That's someone who's like really nurturing and loving and empathetic. They see you as a level above them though. And that's not a bad thing, but then again, it can be a bad thing. You know, like you're better than them. And I'm not saying that you think that. I'm saying that's how they see it. They see you as a Queen of Cups. And a queen energy is kind of like more evolved or more mature than a page energy. And they see themselves as this Page of Cups. So in comparison to you, it's like there's this feeling of insecurity. Even if they don't say that in that way, but it's like they feel less than in some way, like they put you up higher. So there you go, the Emperor reverse. This can be somebody who has some confidence issues in some way. So how it manifests between the two of you, even though this is something that's root cause is from their own self and how they feel about themselves, and even though internally they're putting you up on a pedestal in comparison to them. So here's them down here and here's you. That's the way their perspective is on the situation. So how it's manifested in between the two of you is a mismatch. So there's a Four of Cups, so there could be dissatisfaction on both sides, or at least one side between the two of you. And they're also going through something that I don't think has anything to do with you, and it's just like a burden of life kind of feeling with the Ten of Wands. And they need to talk to somebody about it because it's making me about choke. They're an avoidant when it comes to expressing things as well, or it wouldn't have showed up like that. But here's the Page of Pentacles reversed. There's certain lessons this person needs to learn about how to efficiently manage their time and their money. Anything pentacle related, they are in the depths of despair with learning those lessons because the Ten of Wands is here. So that right there is also a blockage or a problem. And you said no contact right now? Well, that's because it's manifesting as a, and I'm saying a mismatch, but that's probably not a good word for it. That's just what came to mind when I did this. You know, it's like they see you as up here and they see them as down here. And the feelings they're having about themselves, which is not very good, it's manifesting between the two of you in a failed connection in some way. So it ends in dissatisfaction, or it results in dissatisfaction. And I feel like they're just bogged down. The Knight of Pentacles is even reversed. Like too good for you. That's the way it feels. Like you're too good for them. Like that. I'm going to ask about advice and if they're going to reach out soon. I'm going to use another deck. Let's see, what is the best advice for Sully dealing with this person? High Priestess reversed. The best thing you can do is honestly not take any action towards this person because I feel like it'll result in disappointment. I asked for advice on what you should do, and you got the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands, so that's kind of like a stalemate energy. That's like advising you not to take action. The Queen of Wands reversed as advice would be, you know, don't take your side of things too serious about what you need to do to fix this or make it right. If this person does choose to contact you, be open and honest about the way you feel about the situation. Don't hold back. You don't have to be judgmental, just be open and honest, right? Say the things. Say the things if they reach out. If you feel like, you know, they're not consistent with their communication and they reach out, don't be afraid to say it. I'm going to ask if they're going to contact you soon, in the next month or two. All right, let's see. Are they going to contact you? I'm going to pull a different. And I know it's like disappointing when you can see the potential in a person, you know, but they can't see it in themselves. All right, let's see if this person is going to reach out or contact you soon. Temperance reversed, 5 of Wands. I don't think it'll be soon. Let's see. We'll ask the little deck. What about before Christmas? By Christmas. I'm just curious to see what comes out, and then you can tell me if it works out this way, Sully. There you are again as a Queen of Cups with this person. In a whole nother deck. And there they are again as the Emperor reversed. Is that not nuts, y'all? They're both the same direction as the other deck. You're the Queen of Cups. They're the Emperor reversed. I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of change by Christmas. They may randomly contact you around Christmas time, New Year, like the holiday, because the Knight of Wands showed up. And he's not going to be planned it if he does, though. It's going to be sporadic. The Hierophant's reversed, so there's no rhyme or reason or like established pattern with this person. It's kind of like they just gonna, when they show up, they show up. And this Temperance reverse says they can be very imbalanced and impatient about things unfolding in their life that have nothing to do with you. And that can also rub off into their other areas of life and the way they do things and their habits. But yeah, they may randomly contact you, but it'll kind of be like a spur of the moment, out of the blue thing when they do. And it could be around Christmas time or in that vicinity. All right. Thank you, Sully. Hey, Gemini. Yeah, Dan be coloring in them coloring books too. You're welcome. I used to color. I hadn't done it in forever. You can, Sweet Dreaming, you can ask a yes or no question, or you can have oracle cards, because I do them for free. Let me go ahead and turn that on. I forgot about that, Fiona. Oh, I can't let y'all hear it. Let me go get my other earbud. This one must have died. I'm going to go get it. Alright, now let me see if I can find this song. Prosthetic Love. I have Apple Music, so I'm sure it'll be on there. Let me see. Is it Typhoon? Okay, it is by Typhoon. He and his feelings, Fiona. Oh, you relate to it so much. You know, I had to read the lyrics. I'm listening to it still, but I had to read the lyrics. All right, Sweet Dreaming says, will Michael and I ever be able to cohabit together? Yes, it's good. I got it playing. It feels like deep, you know, like he's in his feelings in a deep way. And then I want to be empathetic with him. Knight of Swords, Eight of Cups. Honestly, probably not. And the reason is either you, this person, or both of you, it's like things you say to each other will cause issues. And ultimately, you're meant to split apart. Eight of Cups. When I say you're meant to split apart, I just mean it'd be more peaceful on both sides. You don't have to. You can keep dealing with this Knight of Swords energy. But I feel like ultimately the goal is probably peace, right? So you probably would be better off not doing that. Unless both people changed their frequency and then came back together again, which is highly unlikely because even if you work on yours, the other person's got to do it too. So that's why people, you know, get caught up in it because they'll be willing to work on their side. But if the other person isn't, then you got the same problem still. So probably not, but nothing's impossible. I'll put it that way. Yeah, it feels like it's coming from a real place, Fiona, even in the music. You need to make you an ebook with all your poetry in it, Fiona. Even if no one does it but you, like you just being able to say you published it would be cool. Like you could self-publish it. You're welcome. You are welcome. Music has got me through some tough times, y'all. I remember whenever I was first going through my divorce and I was so broke. I'm not saying I'm rich now, but I was so broke. So broke. Like, I can safely say I'm not that broke anymore. But I still kept my Apple Music subscription because that's what got me through. Goodman over there singing and doing the disco with his purple, his emoji with his purple man. Y'all know those days whenever the music gets you through? I've been there. You just got to keep it playing in the background while you do whatever on your earbuds just to get through life. Now that's pretty cool. My daughter loves to paint. I paint sometimes. I go through spurts. I'll randomly want to paint. And I have like an easel and I'll keep some canvases here. And when she's on like a school break or something, I'll come home and she'll be painted a canvas. That's true, Fiona. If you're in the mood, sometimes you just need your music. Thank you. That'll make her happy. She painted them little sea turtles up there. I thought that was cute. Something about painting is like very therapeutic too. Dan be over there coloring. I wonder if Mark's power came back on. I'll have to text him in the morning. Maybe he'll wake up to power. That's so true. And it's so therapeutic sometimes just to blast your music in your car riding down the road and just like sing off key. Thank you, Fiona. She's a teenage girl, but she's just like, you know, those kids that they kind of like come here knowing what to do, if that makes sense. Like her teachers will brag on her and stuff, but it's not me that like molded that in her. She just is. That's just who she is, if that makes sense. Blows my mind. She just like came here and figured it out. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Good. And all kids are different. They all have their own, you know, talents and strengths and weaknesses. But yes, she has to be an old soul. It's like she's definitely done it before or something. Sometimes I wonder if I'm a new soul at this point. Yes, that's what I think, Fiona. Because she just kind of like gets it or something. I don't know. Oh, you brushing your teeth, Dan. I was wondering what that meant, and that just hit me. You mean you're brushing your teeth? Well, I guess I'm gonna go, y'all, because we made it through the time change, and it's almost 2 o'clock by the new time. So I better get my tail in the bed. Oh wait, what'd you say? Remember Zan Marley? His new song, "What I Am Is Amazing." It is bluesy and folksy. Let me check it out. And Goodman, I don't know if you did, but you can put your link in here so everybody can subscribe that is in here. You welcome, Miss Bikini. Let me look up this I'm gonna add it to my playlist, Fiona, so I can hear it. Good night, Dan. All right, ZAYN. What I am. Well, I'm gonna add it to my library is what I meant. Okay. I love y'all. I see y'all sometime tomorrow. I hope y'all have a good night and rest. And if you're somewhere where it's daytime, then I hope you have a good day. All right. Good night. And y'all have a great time zone too. Okay. Love you. Bye.